Thanks for joining us for CBN's On the Home Front, where we highlight what the men and women of America's military do to defend our country. I'm Mark Martin. The Defense Intelligence Agency has thousands of employees who are deployed to more than 140 countries alongside warfighters and interagency partners. Their goal is to defend America's national security interests. We take a behind-the-scenes look in this Beyond the Beltway production.
Welcome to Beyond the Beltway, where we take a behind-the-scenes look at DIA's outreach throughout the community, country, and the world. Here at DIA, we're charged with providing intelligence on foreign militaries and operating environments to prevent and decisively win wars. The Beyond the Beltway series explores how our presence outside of Washington enables us to play this crucial role in our nation's security. We're just east of St. Louis at Scott Air Force Base, home to United States Transportation Command, or commonly known as Transcom. U.S. Transcom provides transportation, sustainment, and distribution to our nation's warfighters around the globe, supporting military services and combatant commanders.
So we are a global combatant command, one that has responsibilities all around the world. And what we do is we provide options, and those options include being able to move an immediate force tonight, or that decisive force when it's needed.
Let's go, let's go.
To be able to do that, we must understand what's happening in that corner of the globe and what the impact of what we're going to have to do will have in that area. And we can't go in there blind. Our eyes are DIA.
What makes the United States a superpower is Transcom's ability to deliver a decisive force and project power anywhere across the globe. A lot of great powers have capability, but they don't have the ability to project power outside of their near abroad. Transcom does. So in support of our nation's strategic objectives, we're able to project that power. And what's required in supporting that is precise intelligence, and that intelligence comes from the team within J2 to ensure that we understand what those global threats are that could potentially affect our ability to project power anywhere in the world at any given time.
Most people neglect that importance of transportation and logistics in support of the Defense Department. And really our mission set and what DIA provides is decision space for the commander to provide mobility options for the geographic combatant commands.
The J2 Intelligence Operations Division serves as the Defense Warning Network principal advocate. We provide indications and warnings to the Transcom commander and his staff to better be informed of the threat for global intermodal operations. That means that it could be air, it could be land, it could be sea, it could be railroad. So think about a global spectrum utilizing transportation.
At the heart of U.S. Transcom is the Fusion Center, where operations, intelligence, cyber, and international partners fuse to provide global situational awareness.
As the nature of war changes, the idea of having global partners, different nodes come together, all the services come together, all those attitudes, plus being able to bring intel in, cyber, into one place to make sure that the blood flows through this organization and that we have a good heartbeat.
Our support to the warfighter is done by providing our planners here as well as personnel on the ground with operational plans on ports, airfields, bridges, and infrastructure. What that does is provides them with the capability of understanding how much product or aid they can get into an area of need or to support operations already on the battlefield.
U.S. Transcom is the DoD's primary option for getting humanitarian assistance to people in need.
We're following the breaking news out of Haiti. The largest, most powerful earthquake in the region's history has crippled the country.
The aftermath of the Haiti earthquake flew and shipped humanitarian aid supplies to the country, as well as conducted some port repairs to allow increase the capacity at the port. During the Ebola crisis, we procured a medevac module that was put in the back of an airplane for flying patients out of the affected areas in West Africa. It's a very rewarding aspect of working here.
With a mission that spans the globe, U.S. Transcom's biggest challenges are time and distance. Logistics professionals determine the most efficient, cost-effective, and timely way to move cargo and passengers anywhere at any time.
Without supply,
You can't fly, you can't ship, you can't do anything. And we're a one-stop shop. We do it all, from the shipping, the receiving, the storing, the disposal.
Some people forget that there are many modes of U.S. Transportation Command. Our air component, our surface component, and our maritime component. We have a fourth component that includes commercial industry. Without all those pieces, we're not as strong as we are. And so it is together we deliver.
Special thank you to the men and women of U.S. Transcom for their support. Thank you for watching, and please be sure to join us for the next episode of DIA's Beyond the Beltway.
After the break, from the battlefields to the boxing ring, one former Marine shares his journey about life after the military.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Got an idea for an invention, but don't know what to do next? Call my friends at InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. It's easy.
With 65 offices, you can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services to help demonstrate your idea. InventHelp's exclusive databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas, like yours.
Your idea deserves a chance. Don't wonder what to do next. Step into the ring and take your best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp. Call today for free information.
800-747-0668. That's 800-747-0668.
Roman soldiers destroy the Second Temple of Jerusalem. Centuries of eyewitnesses say the temple treasures survived. But where are they?
They went from Jerusalem to Rome, Rome to Carthage, Carthage to Byzantium.
Historians are silent about what happened to it next.
CBN Documentaries presents the worldwide release of Treasures of the Second Temple.
So does it still exist today?
A story of mystery.
Where is it?
Calamity. Most of the victims were butchered. And destiny.
The possibility to dig is impossible.
Get your copy of Treasures of the Second Temple. Yours for a gift of any amount to CBN Documentaries.
Welcome back to On the Home Front. When former U.S. Marine Sergeant Jamel Herring left the service, he pursued a new dream, professional boxing. He says his time in the military taught him how to overcome adversities, just like he has to in the boxing ring, and prepared him for his World Boxing Organization junior lightweight title.
You are now aboard Recruit Depot, Parris Island, South Carolina.
Jamel Semper Fi Herring remembers the day he stepped on the infamous yellow footprints at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, South Carolina. Leaving for 13 weeks and training in the hot, humid, swampy lands akin to the depot was an idea from a good friend of his, Stephen Brown, and an effort to start something better for himself. He could never have imagined then that the adventure he was about to begin would see him fighting battles in faraway lands and in the ring against some of the world's leading boxers. In the breathtaking altitude of Colorado Springs, Colorado, Herring wakes up every morning to spend what seems like an entire day to train vigorously. His schedule is fine-tuned to prepare him for the bout on November 9th against his mandatory challenger, Lamont Roach.
Right now, we're at a high point. It's that discipline that, of course, I've learned and that we're all accustomed to with the Marine Corps. So it's all about, just doing the right thing and just following instructions and taking care of your body when others aren't watching.
Jamel took up boxing as a teenager, but wasn't much invested into it back then. When he turned 17, his friend Steven had come back from recruit training almost a different person. He decided he too would become a U.S. Marine. It was a new challenge for him, but something that he knew deep down inside he needed to do.
Right after high school, I was still 17 years old, went straight to Paris Island, and actually spent my 18th birthday in the sand pit, watching him and going to the Marine Corps, and looking at him as my role model, my big brother. That was one of the main reasons why I had joined myself.
He recalls his family's support towards his decision. His father saw this also as a turning point for him, declaring once he becomes a Marine, he would be a man.
So after I graduated, I forget, on the parade deck, he came up to me, he gave me a hug, shook my hand, and said, your father's a man, and that meant a lot to me. I went, and just constructive with my life, and here I am now.
As soon as he finished boot camp, he was off to his military occupational specialty training and soon to his duty station with the 8th Engineer Support Battalion, where he would deploy to combat in Iraq. During his second deployment, he served as a gunner on top of a Humvee. The perspective he saw during this deployment made him appreciate life and realize he needed to do something to help understand his purpose.
I think it's when reality definitely struck, you could be here today and gone tomorrow, so, value what you have now, because you just may never know what may happen.
He found boxing to be his way of self-expression and dedicated his time back in garrison to develop his skill. He quickly rose through the ranks in the Marine Corps boxing team, landing a spot on the national team, and even becoming captain of the U.S. Olympic boxing team in London 2012, where he would also be the only active duty Marine to be part of the team. But life hasn't always been so straightforward during all that time. His friend and fellow Marine, Steven, passed away in 2004. And once again, in 2009, life events would push him back into the corner. Finding his baby girl, Ariana, breathless in their home. She had passed from SIDS.
I was home, and I was actually downstairs in the living room, just, having a regular night, just enjoying TV, and I'll never forget, her mother was upstairs, and her mother, just started screaming, and, I didn't know what was going on, so I rushed upstairs. Then I seen that my daughter was just laying there, but she wasn't responding, so I tried to give her CPR, and she just, nothing was working, so we called the EMTs, of course, and they did the best they could, and I forget, sitting in the lobby of the hospital waiting for the news, and they just came in and said she was gone.
But Herring did not let this battle defeat him. He trained harder, holding on to the spirited guidance his beloved Ariana would give him, knowing she is always there to watch over him. She is right next to him every time he steps into the ring, so he always has to bring his best.
When you lose someone that you love, close to your heart, you just want to give up everything. But so when I have her in mind, I always say, what will Ariana think? My daughter's a Marine, and all those Marines who actually look up to me to this day, they play a big part of what I do, because I feel like I'm pretty much the only Marine on that platform, at least for boxing, that's really representing. So I have to give everything my all.
His dedication took him to earning the WBO Super Lightweight Championship this past May, and he'll be defending it November 9th in Fresno, California. Preparing is not easy, but the discipline he built as a Marine helps him each step of the way. As he trains to defend his title for the next few weeks in the high altitude of Colorado Springs, he is reminded of the trust he earns from his peers everywhere he goes. His leadership is something even world-class athletes appreciate having on their side. Despite all his success, Herring remains humble. He admits all of this may not have happened had he not become a Marine. His service continues as a professional boxer. Not only does he dedicate his fights to Ariana, he also ensures the world knows he's always a Marine. In a way, his career highlights the qualities embedded to all Marines, which make men and women successful regardless of what they do after their service.
Up next, we hear from one Army veteran as he shares his time in the service and how it shaped who he is today.
You can't go wrong if you buy nano hearing aids.
Real people talking about nano hearing aids.
And especially for the price that they're at right now.
These aren't actors.
The product is amazing.
The hearing quality is great.
This is unbiased, raw video from just a few of the thousands of satisfied nano customers. Until now, hearing aids used to be too expensive for the average person. Until nano.
I tried hearing aids from several places that were in the $3,000 to $7,000 price range.
Nano hearing aids are not $3,000 to $7,000. Call now and you'll get your nano hearing aids for only $297. You'll save $100. When you buy one hearing aid, Nano will give you a second hearing aid free. That's 2 hearing aids for less than $300.
I can't say enough good things about these nano hearing aids.
Call right now.
Call 1-800-710-9986, 1-800-710-9986.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aids, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-969-5791. That's 1-800-969-5791.
A soldier's time in the service stays with him or her long after they hang up their uniform. U.S. Army Major Anthony Grant shares his testimony of service from his time on the beaches of Normandy and the Korean War.
We came to the conclusion, that sooner or later we'll be in the war. We'll be soldiers fighting the war. My name is Anthony H. Grant. Major, U.S. Army, retired. I was born in New York City. I was drafted into the Army from New York City on April 22nd, 1942. That was less than 6 months after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. My first assignment was as a company clerk. The quartermaster was the principal supplier of all supplies and equipment for the troops. By the first year of the war in Europe, the Germans almost occupied France and the Low Countries. Low Countries meaning Belgium and Holland. And and the Germans were in direct attack on the British. Well, the most memorable thing to me about the war, the scene in Normandy Beach. But my most memorable thing on that beach is the complete and total destruction. I would say for an area of about 3 miles, an area about 3 miles, there were destroyed tanks, there were destroyed, you see helmets all over the place, destroyed trucks, destroyed armored vehicles, sunken ships, and general debris and complete material destruction throughout that whole 3-mile area. So that was the most impression in my mind about the whole war effort, yes. The French people, as we rested, in the center of the town, they were so happy and pleased to see the soldiers. They would bring us wine bottles. They'd bring us wine and pour wine. So we'd pull out our canteen and they would pour wine into our canteen. And of course, we could only consume just a small amount because, as you know, we had our mission. We were just there resting for a few hours, then we have to proceed. I came to Korea about 1 year before the war ended in Korea. I would say from about the middle of 1952, the North Korean defense, they were retreating more then. Of course, that didn't mean that normal fighting wasn't still going on. All the hills around Daegu, this area was a very heavy fighting area. All the hills around here, they were all occupied by combat troops. I was principally in support of the units, but I knew of all the organizations around. As I said, there were what you call the United Nations troops. The foreign troops were mostly combat troops, combat and artillery, all the foreign troops. And then it was the mission of the U.S. Army to support them with all the supplies and equipment that they needed. So you can see that was quite a job. I took great pride in our accomplishment in that, although my unit, we were not combat unit, we were combat support. And we provided the trucks that carried troops, like from one area to another. We provided trucks to carry their cargo, their equipment, their heavy tanks, and other material that they need to use in combat. I believe my 20 years in the Army was very helpful. In life, whether you're in the military or in civilian life, there will be change. In my 99 years of life, I've encountered many, many, many changes. And then when the change occurs, as I said before, you determine what it is, you evaluate the change, and you accept the change, and you do the best that you can. I'd highly recommend the military. I'm most grateful for my time in the service. Mm-hmm.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after the break.
Furnace breakdown? Oh no! That could be a $3,300 bill you weren't expecting. Fridge on the fritz? That could cost you $2,500. Get the First American Home Warranty Plan. And when a covered item breaks, call or click. That's it. And we'll repair or replace it for you. We have plans that cover air conditioning, most appliances, plus heating, plumbing, electrical systems, and much more. Plans start as low as $25 a month. Why let a major system or appliance breakdown bust your budget or go through the hassle of trying to find trustworthy service people?
More than our money's worth.
You save a lot of money.
It's a big savings.
Last year alone, we saved our customers over $140 million. Don't wait until it's too late and you're stuck with a huge repair bill.
If you don't have First American Warranty, get it.
Call 1-800-959-3814. That's 1-800-959-3814 for a free, no-obligation quote.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because
It saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-233-0320. Call now, 1-800-233-0320. For a free brochure, call 1-800-233-0320.
CBN News, no filter, 24/7 news. Through the lens of faith, from natural disasters to breaking news in the Holy Land. We have access to stars in entertainment and to top newsmakers. We are fighting for your freedoms. CBN News, because truth matters. Become a CBN News member today.
Thanks for staying with On the Home Front. Last year, the Defense Department launched a new initiative called This Is Your Military to highlight the work of service members. The initiative also has the goal of debunking myths about military service and increasing awareness among the American people. Using the hashtag #KnowYourMil, the DoD is sharing personal stories to inspire others. Senior Airman Stephen Calvio talks about his love for cars and how it relates to his duties in the United States Air Force.
Stephen Calvio, I'm an aircraft maintainer. My hobbies, I guess, are working on cars and playing guitar. My dad worked at a Nissan dealership way back in the day, and he said I was like interested, you know, and all the cars just sitting out in the lot. He said I can like name them all off and stuff, so I think that's pretty much got me into it. Honestly, I kind of want to open up my own garage, build cars and stuff like that. Help people out, whoever needs to get their car fixed, you know, help them out like that. I think it'd be really cool. About to pull out the spark plug. I'm just trying to twist it out. There it is. Working on it for days or weekends or weeks, however long it stays broken. Once I finally get it running, man, that's probably like the most satisfying part of the job. I think it's like all the crazy stuff you can do to them. Like you can mod them and make them like some crazy horsepower. I just love the creativity of it all.
That's all for today, but you can find more of our exclusive news coverage at cbnnews.com. Hope you'll join us next time. Have a great day.